Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to today's... I'll just start that again. Welcome to today's edition of Harmonize, 2Energize. Welcome, everybody. My name is Terry Matthews. I work here at the international headquarters of Jin Shin Jyutsu in Scottsdale, Arizona. So I hope you're having a good week, good day, and welcome to all the new people, the first time you're viewing Harmonize to Energize. Jin Shin Jyutsu is an art of harmonizing life energy in the body. In Jin Shin Jyutsu, we harmonize this energy by placing our hands on what we call safety energy locks, left and right of the spine. When we do this, we allow blockages within energy pathways to release, and ultimately the plan is to harmonize our energy field. So, what are we going to talk about today in practice? Well, today, looking at the sheet that I created many moons ago, we're going to look at harmonizing arm projects. And let's have a look at the slides. Here we go, slides. So there is Mary, experiencing Jin Shin Jyutsu as always. And the quote we lifted from her book was from page 14 of what Mary says is, love is understanding. Reminds me of an older Monkeys tune from 1967, for those of you that were around. Well, those of you that later on saw the reruns and repeats. Love is understanding. Don't you know that is true? Love is understanding. It is in everything we do. The song, For Pete's Sake, from the Monkeys headquarters, for those of you that are in any way fascinated. Anyway, on to the practices. There are 4 practices, and as those of you know who regularly turn up here, we do 4 sets of 9 exhalation inhalations, adding up to 36, which Mary used as a process as it moves down from subtler to denser levels of creation. And we can do any one of these practices for the whole 35, or we can do each one. The choice is always yours. I'll run through them quickly now. You can hold the left or the right index finger. And when we're holding fingers, we always check the different segments, the 3 segments of the finger, which represent bust line, waistline, and hip line. And we just twiddle our fingers on one side, and often we find one segment is tighter than the other. Might be a good reason to hold that segment. Otherwise, just hold the whole finger. The next practice, right hand over left shoulder with left hand mudra, thumb over ring finger, or left over right with the right thumb over right ring finger. Again, check your shoulders, check your finger to see which way you want to go on that one. The third practice, holding safety energy lock 12 here. Well, it's 12-4 actually, if I remember. 12. Just hold the 12s. And the 12s sit either side of the cervicals on the tendons. And then finally, last but not least, you can hold the side of the 12 with the coccyx. So one side of the 12 with the coccyx can either hold the left 12 or the right 12 with the coccyx. Excellent. Are we ready? So, as those of you that are familiar know that when we do an exhalation, inhalation, we're exhaling from the back of the head, the 4s, through the 15s, which are in the groin, to the big toe. And then we inhale from the big toe through the 15s back to the 4. So it's a complete whole body breath. Allows us to really deeply surrender and let go. Because it's when we surrender that we allow the universal light energy to permeate our being. What happens normally is we have that intention, but our mind gets in the way and we block that surrender because we maybe don't trust for whatever reason. Jumping off a cliff without the necessary wings can be dodgy. The wings are very simple. We open our heart, we connect, and we allow. Open our heart, you can say, well, what does that mean? Well, that's the basis of compassion to ourselves and compassion to others. Jin Shin Jyutsu is often known as the art of compassion. And that brings in that realization that trust is something that we may need to practice. But when we open our heart, we actually allow our soul to connect to the universal soul. And the universal soul has the guidance, has the wisdom to help us. So trust in that wisdom. All right, enough from me. Let us just begin the practice. Sit up as straight as you can. If you need some support for your back, stick a cush behind your back. And then just allow your shoulders to drop. Any boulders on your shoulders can melt into your hip line, those 15s, and then down to the 7s. You can bow your head slightly if it's comfortable. It certainly opens up the occiput area. It allows more universal light energy to come into the brain, into the cerebrum. And then as we breathe out, the energy spirals down from the cerebrum into the heart and then into the 15s, joy and laughter. We got that far. And then to the 7s, perfect life power, victory, perfect life power. And then the reverse is also true as we inhale cosmic purified energy through the big toe, up through the 15 and 2, back to the 4. So make a choice whether you're going to hold index finger, right hand over left or left hand over right with the mudra, the 12s, or the 12 and the coccyx. Just one of them for the 4-9 breaths, 4 by 9, or each one independently. I'm going to do each one independently so that you see how each one could look. So I'm going to begin, and let's make our choice. I'm going to choose, of course, the index finger. Whatever you're doing, just sit in your center in your heart and allow the energy to flow in order that you can let go. Surrender to this moment. Love is understanding. We've got to be free. That's another line from that Monkeys song, just in case you wondered. Here we go. Close your eyes, blocking out sensations that are unnecessary. Turn off your phones. Relax. Here we go. Breathing out. All the way down. Particular in terms of the nose and mouth, whatever. What is comfortable for you? Do that. Is we receive the breath naturally. We receive cosmic purified energy, purifying the spine and all the energy centers in the spine. Coming back up to the 4s where it receives even more light. To kind of let go of what we no longer need to build something new. And this continuous spiral continues. Hopefully the image and the sound is okay. Let me know if it isn't. We've had a few glitches recently. So if I didn't say it already, I'll say it now. These practices are to release tension in the arms, ARMS, not ALMS. Arms, R plus ms. So muscular tension in the arms. Muscles are governed by fourth depth, kidney, bladder. In traditional Chinese medicine, first depth, spleen, and stomach. Let go in order to grow. Let go of all that baggage that you no longer need, and trust that you no longer need it. Once you feel it in your heart or your gut, small intestine, follow it. Tell the mind to have the vacation if it argues. Everyone likes a vacation. So when we reach the 9th exhalation, inhalation, just pause and become your observer, the witness. And just observe how you're feeling. You know, some would say the feelings precede the thoughts, and how we respond to our feelings allows more or less thoughts to spin around in our consciousness. Something to contemplate. Okay, second practice. Right, or left hand over the shoulders, the 11, safety engine, you like an 11, on the shoulder close to the neck. And this mudra, thumb and ring finger. And drop those shoulders, close the eyes, back straight, exhale. These 9 exhalation inhalations for people who are new are connected to an understanding from numerology as well. ending a cycle, beginning anew. Often we get stuck halfway. We don't let go enough. We don't surrender enough to allow the new to be birthed. To be. And as you reach the end of the second set of 9 exhalation inhalations, and observe, witness how you're feeling, and perhaps where you're feeling, what you're feeling, how, what, why. Just observe. Hopefully you feel a bit different than you did 18 breaths ago. Transformation beginning. All right. The third practice. And by the way, if you're still on this, that's great. Sometimes good just to stay with one practice, but in the meantime, for those of us that are following the different ones, holding the 12, so you go into your cervicals, pull away till you find your tendons, and you hold there. You can relax, drop your arms, close eyes, exhale. And notice if your arms, the muscles in your arms are beginning to relax, the tendons begin to relax. This would be ideal. Surrender to the rainbow of light. And then catch the rainbow of cosmic light on the return journey up the spine as you inhale. Multicolored beings we are. And then as you come to the 9th exhalation, inhalation, again, in a neutral zone, more or less. Observe. Yeah, Nancy, my face in and just observe, be who you be, see who you see. And then the final set of 9 breaths. Right on the 12, and right or left hand on the coccyx. Up shoulders. Relax. It's 12 on coccyx. So come to the final exhalation, inhalation, the 36th breath. Just relax. Give yourself a hug. Fingers on the side of the shoulder blade, thumbs under the shoulder girdle. Congratulations. There you are. You've achieved this journey at this time. The exhale and the inhale. Well done. So just relax. And while you're doing that, I will connect us to what's happening in the Jin Shin Jyutsu world. Coming up next Saturday with yours truly on Zoom, well, at least I'm hosting, but with the presenter being Chus Arias from Spain, digestion, taking care of the energy, nurturing the mind, Jin Shin Jyutsu helping in times of mental challenges. There you go. In the energetic unity we are, this webinar will bring a different approach to mental projects, depression, anxiety, and phobias. Register today, $35. And then the October Organic Conversations with Jazz J instructors Sarah Harper Maria Miniello and Jill Pasquinelli. Sorry, Jill. I don't know what I've been drinking. And it's offered in a series of 4 classes, each 75 minutes long, via Zoom. Discuss a wide variety of different topics, methods, and techniques. Class times today, the 15th, 22nd, and 29th in America, and the next day in Australia, Singapore, and New Zealand. Register today there. October the 29th, Living the Art in Spanish, no less. It's that juicy again. For those of you that like to listen to Spanish or speak Spanish, it's an opportunity, which is the way myself as a self-help teacher. And then it's beginning November the 3rd with Jill Pasquinelli. So those of you that need to 3-5 days or enjoy to do, certainly. And it starts Wednesday, November 3rd and goes through Sunday, November the 7th. Here are the times. The organizer is Kelly with Maggie King. New students sign up, and there is your fee. Review students sign up, there is your fee. And one of our new instructors, Maria Miniello, and that begins November the 10th. And class details, part 1 in November and part 2 in January, so you get a break in between. One in 21 and the other 22. That might be a good way for those of you that are just beginning. Gives you a chance to absorb and then reflect and then begin again. Here's all the information. The organizer is Julie World and Greg Jakaria. Register today. Then, of course, if you've missed any of our classes, all these links will take you to past classes and you can pay for a replay. All of the classes, by the way, have replays for up to 3 months. So just a quick reminder that I'm still accepting, or at least reading, stories that some of you have, inspiring stories on Jin Shin Jyutsu that you've experienced for the Wednesday edition, because we'll be continuing next Wednesday, same time as this. Well, actually, it's always going to be 2 o'clock New York time, whatever that translates to when daylight saving is over, etc., etc. We'll be here, or at least I will be, and there will be a mystery presenter on the Wednesdays. And sometimes they'll be on the Fridays, because some people who are mysterious presenters can't always make the Wednesday. Whatever. So love is understanding. You want to be free? For Pete's sake, you do. Peter Talk's sake. Thank you for being with me, and enjoyed being and sharing with you. Be well. Be safe. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. And see you next time. For stories. Yes, Caroline, I do stick to Wednesdays and Fridays now. There was a change. There's always change. Change is sometimes disturbing, but it's always interesting, at least to me. Here we go. Info at jsjinc.com if you got a story you want to talk about. And I apologize. Ignore that ink, that X. Edit. Right. Yeah, sorry if the sound or the image are blurry. I don't know what is happening. Some of you said it was, some of you didn't say anything. So Caroline or Regina or Cora, how was the sound and image your end? Was it okay? Grace, simple hold to open the heart is actually just to hold the little finger, and that's simple enough. I would hold the left one, your heart is there, but the heart chakra. So you could always hold the middle finger, and with your thumb in the palm of the hand, that will allow the energy to go down the front. Or you can do this part of the heart, the main central. Right hand on the back of the head on the 4s, and left hand on the 13 area, bringing more light to the heart. Or just simply exhaling down the front into the heart and just breathe through and receive through the heart. That's simple enough, yeah. All right, au revoir. Shani, that's an issue when you get blocked. That's an issue with either your virus checker or your ISP or the browser you're using. We work better with Google or Firefox. So yeah, whenever you get that message you're blocked, you're not by us anyway. It's probably your ISP. Check your firewall. We may have been given restricted access, or you may have inadvertently blocked us. Yeah, so some of you said the sound and connection are fine, others didn't. So sometimes, you need to check your connection too. You can go to, I think it's like speed.net, something like that, and you can check the speed of your upload. That may be an issue. All right, about time I went. Bye.